Hi everyone, welcome to our new show, Talking to Game Changers. In this show, we'll be talking to people from various walks of life who are really changing the game with their thought, innovation and skills.
No dream is impossible. You just dare to dream, and I will help you reach across and fulfill those dreams of yours.
Is astrology a science?
I wouldn't call it that astrology is that perfect science,
Mm-hmm.
the way sciences are known to. I would say astrology is like any other social sciences,
Okay.
where we cannot prove, but yet they have been very beneficial to the society at large.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the way in medical sciences a brain can be defined.
Mm-hmm.
If I ask you that, can you define a brain? You can tell me what is its structure, how does it look like.
Right.
But can you describe or define a mind?
No.
Similarly is astrology. It teaches us how to change ourselves. It teaches us about ourselves, about the energies that are inside us.
How can astrology help individuals and professionals?
As I have always believed in, that until and unless an individual knows himself, you cannot progress either in your mind, heart or soul. And astrology is the only subject in the world who helps us know ourselves better. Because it speaks about our attitudes, it speaks about the positives that we possess, it speaks about our negatives that we have. Through astrology, again, when I have made my chart, I know exactly what are my capabilities and my abilities. Now, once I am in charge of my capabilities and abilities, I can charter my way through my career and through my profession. So I can utilize that professionally. And I can choose the path which I enjoy. So that's how I think my profession can be much more sharpened if I know that this is what I would like to do. And this is what I can do. And this is how I can do it.
Your tagline says, attitude is your altitude. Can you please explain?
Yes, I can definitely tell you. Attitude हम किसको कहते हैं basically? Attitude, according to me, is your self-respect, your conviction, your confidence, and your consistency.
Okay.
The 3 C's in life. अगर हमारा attitude ही low है, and our projection towards things or situations or people is negative, tell me one thing, Amod, can our altitude be high? Altitude is basically how well you grew in life, right?
Right.
But I am always thinking negative. I am always having a defeatist attitude or a defeatist perception. Attitude to hum explain kar rahe hain. And tell me one thing, that if I'm having a defeatist kind of a thing and if I'm lacking in confidence, I will not be able to achieve much.
Okay.
Achievement is the altitude.
Right.
That means how much can we achieve in life. But at the same time, if my perception towards life and the world in general is happy and I am convinced of my values, I have great self-respect and self-esteem in myself, which builds up my confidence, and I know I am capable, I am aware of my abilities. That gives me a very good attitude to start off in life in becoming an achiever.
Okay.
Right? But if I'm not sure of myself, and if I'm not convinced of the things that I am doing, so if my attitude is down, I can never achieve the limits or the targets or the goals I have set for myself.
Okay.
So that's why, rather than explaining so much, because in everyday life you can't keep explaining to people, so it's a very sweet and a crisp way of saying attitude is your altitude.
Indeed it is. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So फिर attitude अगर हमारा सही है, altitude भी सही होगा.
Yeah, this last question is a personal one.
Okay,
I mean, you've been in this profession for more than 3 decades now.
that's right.
We've seen the energetic you.
Okay.
Or what keeps you going?
Good question. Amod, I am sure you'll agree with me when you are doing things which are very close to your heart, right? When you're doing things which you're passionate about, and you're not forced into that profession, and you've chosen it because you've chosen it, and then you study, and that thing becomes much more interesting because you're curious about that profession. That was how I started initially. I was very curious as a psychologist to know how does the human mind work? How can we make it better? And since we all think, even I, including me, I used to think that I don't know, I can do this and I can do that. I knew I can do, but what can I do was the question when I got into this profession. Now, having chiseled my own life, I realized that this is such a beautiful science that I probably can chisel the lives of the other people also. As a psychologist, I didn't believe in medicines curing you because I felt that it can actually make a vacuum in your body and mind. It makes you more lethargic. And it excited me no end to know that if any individual could choose the kind of profession they can, which they enjoy doing, life will be much more energetic. So similarly with this profession of mine, I've been into it for 3 decades, and I don't have to say trust me, because I just know it, that every individual that has come to me has been a history by itself. So it's been like a picture.
Okay.
Do human beings ever tire of seeing movies, good movies?
No.
They never get tired. You feel like seeing one every day. Similarly for me, dealing with human minds and then chiseling them in my own way through astrology and seeing them making a difference gets me very excited. Like people do charity. Why do they do charity? Because it gives them peace of mind.
Right.
Because they feel very good about themselves. Right. For me, when I am chiseling human lives, apart from it being my bread and butter because it's a profession and we are all living in this world, it excites me no end when I see that I have made a difference in people's lives.
Right.
And it is something like in myself, I would say I'm not a negative person. I'm not a negative person. I do have my moments of ups and downs. I do have my moment of erraticism. You laugh if I tell you that I love being a drama queen. When I'm sad and I really cry and I listen to those soulful songs and all that is there. And then after that, I actually laugh at myself. Wow, now that thing is over and done with. Then my positivity comes in, and I see that there is so much of positive energy around me. Basically, it is not that I have transported myself into a positive world. It is I am exuding that positive energy which I am being surrounded with. Because positive energies attract the positive energies. So probably that has made me very vigilant, healthy in my mind and body.
Okay.
So when that has made me healthy, I think age is just a number. For me, from the last 3 decades, I've been energetic because I know that the seeds that I sow in every human mind is going to reap benefits tomorrow. I think that gives me a lot of peace.
Oh, I'm sure this is fascinating, and I would like to continue, but we have time restrictions. Thank you so much for your time.
Bless you.